Hey everybody, this is Mr. G. I just thought I'd share a little bit of my songwriting process and how I get to, I don't know, to the end product. So I don't even know because I haven't finished the song yet, but I want to show you a little of what goes on in my brain when I create something. So one of the things I do is I find something musically that I like. And maybe some people call this cheating, but I think Bono said it best. Poet steals for inspiration or kills for inspiration and sings about the grief. I am. I think to learn, you find someone that you like that's doing something. You got Picasso. You see how he paints. You learn his brush strokes, and then you get some different colors and you do the strokes in a different way, and it becomes your own style. So I'm not a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think they have some great stuff. I was hearing this. I heard this song on the radio. It's called "Dark Necessities," and the intro to that song, I just love it. And then when it comes in like with the Red Hot Chili Peppers funk, I don't like it as much. I like something about that initial thing, and I'm like, dude, I want a whole song of that. So I looked up that song and I tried to figure out what the basic progression was. So I found a guy who was just showing it, the intro here. And it goes like this. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Man, I really dig that. And it's the bass plus this guitar doing some other notes. That's it. That's all. That's really all I really like. Now I changed that, and so here's my bass line right here. I have the tempo is about the same. I like the feel, the drive of it. So it's different. It's a different progression. Okay. So now what I've done is I tried to find a beat that I thought would be cool with that, and I found a drum loop that I thought was cool. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Let's see how that sounds with the bass, and it sounds like this. So that driving feel, like I like that drive of that. That's what excited me when I heard the beginning. I was so disappointed when the slow down funk came in. I was like, oh man, you guys ruined the song for me. It's their song. They can do whatever they want, and they're multi-billionaires with like lots of gold records. So I have nothing against Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was really bummed because that groove was so cool, and then it just went away. And I thought that's going to be the basis for my song. I am going to start with that groove, and I'm going to expand that groove. And there's something to be said for changing it up, but I really wanted to get into that feel. So the next thing I noticed was there was like another guitar. So just so you can hear a little bit of that, I'm going to just do the guitar and the bass here so you can hear that. And let's see. And this is Pro Tools. That's the system that you're hearing. So now there's the guitars. And I accidentally ran them through the same thing I ran the bass through, so they're got a little weird thing going on. Yeah. Okay, and then I create an A section and a B section. So then the next thing I did was I just kind of got another bass line. Now that's actually at some point that sounds a little closer to the Dark Necessities. And then I did my own drony guitar over that. And I might add another guitar. So I'm gonna add something like that, and then the next phase will be like singing vocals over the whole thing. And I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. If I come up with a whole new part, I'll share that. But that's the process I go through. And then hopefully by the time I'm done, it's evolved into something that's just really different. And the fact that I told you that this is where it came from, maybe it'll be hard for you to unhear it. But usually by the time I'm done, it's taken on a very different approach than the original thing that inspired it. I know the Red Hot Chili Peppers are super inspired by a bunch of artists, and they, I'm sure when they sit down to write songs, they're like, man, I'll just do you know, love that funk of this style, or like the driving punk rock of this, and let's mash that up and make our own version. So if it's wrong, I'm wrong, but it feels so right. How could it be wrong? So anyway, I'm gonna work on adding a few more things, and then maybe I'll show you another piece of what I got going here. Okay, so I've created a little verse section, and I've come up with a little guitar part that's gonna go over the. It's gonna be the build to the second half of the verse section, or the A section. I basically just break it into A and B right now. I don't even know which part is the chorus and which part is the verse, but I think this part's the verse. So it's just like a F chord. Okay, so now I've created another little build for a section. We'll see how that sounds to my ears. All right, it gives that section a little something different, and I like it. I like how that's happening, and then you can see that I'm coming up on my. This is going to be my B section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to do something else there. I think I'm gonna. I kind of liked how that was going though. So then this chord. I'm just gonna look at the chord progression. The chord progression is B flat G D F. So I'm just gonna try something. I'm just gonna play and see what happens. Just play and see what happens, man. Just play and see what happens. And if it's bad, I'll redo it. Oh, I kind of like that. Let's see how that sounded. Yeah, it's a little loosey-goosey. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work that part out, and then I think I'm gonna just try to sing something. Because if I wait too long, I don't know. I want to hit while I'm feeling inspired. So I'll show you that part. I'll show you a little bit of that process. But this is how I build my track. This is what I do. And sometimes I just sing with a guitar, and I just literally sing one song with an acoustic guitar and I'm done. But when I build a track that sounds a little bigger, this is sort of how I approach it. I just come up with a couple simple sections that I like, and then I sort of just try to make each section have its own, you know, hopefully every section builds a little bit. Maybe it's from the vocal, maybe it's because I add percussion or other loops, but I try to make it go somewhere even within those sections. So there you go. More on this later. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the inside of my my lyric writing process. There's not much process to this. Most of the time I just start singing, and whatever I sing, a lot of times that stays the lyric, or I have I have a couple ideas, and then I sing those ideas, and then I come up with other things. So I kind of wanted something hopeful, and I was kind of hearing this, I'll see the sun again, I'll see the light through the clouds, I'll see the light peeking through, I'll see the sun. It's sort of like it starts with a small line, ends with a small line, kind of pokes out. It's almost like it's a shape. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but anyway, there you go. So I'm going to try and sing those lines over the chorus here, and I'm going to just set up a vocal track. And here's a vocal track right here. And I'm going to get to that chorus and see what comes out when I sing that. It's almost there. I'll see the sun again. I'll see the sun. Let's start with that. I'll see the sun. I'll see the sun again, yeah. I'll see the light through the clouds. I'll see the light peeking through. I'll see the sun again. I'll see the sun. I'll see the sun again. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that's definitely what my chorus is going to be. I like that a lot, and I don't think I could, if I hadn't recorded it, that would be gone. So, I'll just hear that. Hear that. I'm going to bump the vocal up. I'll see the sun. I'll see the sun again. And I want to make it stick out a little. I'll see the light through the clouds. I don't know how horrible my add a little reverb. Alright, so there you go. I don't know what my verse is going to be. I'll come up with that. But I wanted you to see a little more behind the curtain of one of my songs and how it gets there. Usually it starts with some kind of inspiration. I'll just say that. I'm inspired by music, and I'm inspired when I listen to other FAWM artists, when I hear artists just on the radio, when I'm driving somewhere. And you know, there's those moments where you don't even want to stop the car because you're listening to a song, or you don't want to stop that moment because you're hearing it. And I think I want to try to get into those moments and hold those for as long as I can. So when I'm making something, I want to do that, but also in a way that is still interesting, hopefully, or at least, at the very least, interesting to me, that holds my emotional interest, or it's just got a hooky part that just got an earworm to it. So I started off with Red Hot Chili Peppers because they're really genius arrangers. I love their background vocal stuff too. They're amazing musicians too. So anyway, I know people have strong feelings about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but that is where I just draw my inspiration from whatever I'm listening to, whatever is in front of me, and then make something out of that. So I guess you'll hear this should be my 14th song. And I'm gonna just finish up what I got, and then I will have this video linked with the song, or vice versa. Anyway, I hope this inspires you to find a song you like, maybe take a section of it, and then just take that whole thing and change it up a little, make it into a new song. Stephen Wesley Guiles, and thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to ever see more stuff like this, you can subscribe to my channel. I always do more videos during FAWM because it excites me. So if you're not signed up to FAWM.org, FAWM.org, February Album Writing Month, that's where I get a monthly inspiration every year that sticks with me for a lot of the year. And there you go. There's my songwriting process. There's another way that I approach songwriting in my studio. Peace.